What separates successful students from the unsuccessful students is all about preparation. The students who come in and... Hi, my name is Nathan Kaplan. I've been with Thrust Flight for 2 years. I'm the assistant chief up here in Denison.
Hey, I'm Ryan Luybli. I've been up here instructing for about a year now, and I'm one of the Accelerated Multi-Program instructors.
Today we're going to be talking about how to be successful with Accelerated Multi-training. So in your thoughts, what do you think is the best way for students to come here and be successful with the Accelerated Multi?
So I think before they come to the program, the most important thing is to read and review all of our materials that we have in the program. And then one of the biggest things is reading through the POH at least 2 or 3 times before coming, especially with the limitation sections and the system sections.
When you say our materials, what do you mean by that?
So we have an online multi-course that we send out to each of our students, and in there it provides study guide, the POH, the maneuvers guide, which is really important to have come memorized for the airplane.
Okay, any tips you can provide for students to better learn the maneuvers guide?
Just sit and chair fly. Sit in a chair and pretend like you're in the airplane. It would be better if you had some kind of mock-up sim, but sitting in a chair is just as good. So how do you think students can be successful in this program?
For me, I think what separates successful students from the unsuccessful students is all about preparation. The students who come in and do the course to completion 100% and then retake the course, really focusing on the limitations section of the course as well as the system section of the course, rereading the POH several times, really hammering in that limitations and system section, as well as chair flying all the maneuvers, are the ones who really separate themselves as being successful in this truly accelerated course. So Ryan, what do you see makes students unsuccessful here in the multi-training program?
So I think one of the biggest things is during the program, both days are long, about 12 hours, and if you go home and study, then that would make you successful, but I see a lot of people, after a long 12-hour day, 4 flights a day, and then 2 grounds after that, they go back to their hotel and don't review any of the material that we went over and said they needed to review, and they just go to bed. So that's usually one of the biggest things that sets people apart as unsuccessful.
So instead of going home, going to the hotel for the guys who come from out of town, what do you suggest they do to fix that?
I think they should definitely stay here at the school after we finish all of our training for the day and then study for a couple hours. It's also helpful while you're in the airplane to be in the back seat, which we have all of our students back seat the flights, and while you're in the back seat, be following along on the maneuvers guide, studying the extra ground knowledge stuff that we had covered the previous night, and just studying the stuff that we talked about. So if you want to do accelerated training, I think it's important to first figure out if you're the kind of person who can manage the intense program that we run. It's only a short 3-day program. The first 2 days is each 12 hours long. We do 4 flights, 2 for each person. And then at the end of the day, we do a mock oral first day for each person. The second day, you go home and then come back, and we're doing the same thing over again. First flight is just reviewing all the material that we've covered so far, and then our second flight of the day is a mock check ride. Third day of the program is for the check ride, and that's often in the morning. So sometimes weather can be a factor. One of the days, especially in the winter, could get weathered out because of clouds or something. So it's important that you plan ahead for that. Plan 4 days to clear your schedule. I've had students schedule their flight home on the same day as the check ride, and then they get weathered out. They end up having to change their flights and pay extra fees. So definitely make a contingency plan in case something happens. All right, so that wraps up today's video on accelerated multi-training.
If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos.